What is worse than going to hell? There's actually two answers to that question that you can find in the scriptures. Now, this is going to be a 6-part series that's going to answer this question. Today, part 1 is titled, What Does Scripture Reveal About Hell? Then part 2, the second video, How to Escape Hell. Very important. Part 3 is titled, What is Worse Than Going to Hell? Where I'm going to share with you the first answer that I find in the scriptures. And then part 4, God's Final Judgment, I'm going to share the second answer to that question of what's worse than going to hell. Part 5, the 5th video is titled, Now for the Big Question. Now you'll have to watch that to find out what the big question is. And part 6 is titled, Have Mercy Upon Me, O God. That's going to be going to have a summary of the teaching, like the main reason for the teaching, and then we'll have a time of prayer as well at the end. Now, like I said, I'm just going to share a few scriptures here that reveals, that describes hell, that kind of helps us understand why hell even exists. We're going to start off with Psalm 21, 8 through 9. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Matthew 13:49 through 50 says, So shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them in the into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Mark 9:48 says, Where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Jude 1:7 states, Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. And then Matthew 10:28, And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So what do these Bible verses reveal about hell? Well, first, hell is an eternal fire, as Mark 9:48 and also Jude 1:7 reveals. Hell is God's wrath and vengeance towards his enemies. That was in Jude 1:7 and Psalm 21, 8 through 9. Hell was not created for man, but for the devil and his angels. Matthew 25:41. So you may ask, how can a loving God create such a horrible place? And the answer is God's wrath is as great as his love. He is a just and holy God that cannot let sin go unpunished. Only an unjust God would allow sin to go unpunished. So if we follow Satan, we will receive the same punishment as Satan and all the fallen angels that rebelled against God. I encourage you to watch part 1. I encourage you to watch part 2, titled How to Escape Hell, because there I'm going to share with you a lot of what the scripture says about how we can escape hell. And so I really encourage you to watch the part 2, video number 2. Thank you for watching this teaching today, and God bless you.